Hello and welcome to Live Sports Australia. I'm Andrew Bretherton and joining me today is Andrew Seabrook. Tonight's matchup will see the Waverley Falcons Victorian Youth Champion women's game against the Bulleen Boomers in the first of our doubleheader of tonight. The second one being our state champion women's team of both the same teams. So welcome, Andrew.
Good day. How are you going there, Andrew? It's been a long week, but we're back ready to go on this very cold Saturday night here in Melbourne. It is the 30th of June, the last day of June, in fact, isn't it? This should be a good game. Waverley, of course, sitting now fifth in the Watson Conference. Playing Bulleen, who are mid-table in the Tyrrell Conference. So it should be a good game along the way there as well. So last week we saw Waverley, I think they went 1-1, didn't they? They split the weekend.
Yeah, that's correct. These girls just faced off Kilsyth last week.
That's right, Kilsyth. Yep. That's right. They got over Kilsyth. And Bulleen. So Bulleen have had a very slow start to the season, but they're starting to find some form right at the right time as Mia Parsons misses that shot.
Especially with their three-point shooting. So expect to see a big three-point game here against Bulleen.
Yep.
They're quite deadly on that outside perimeter.
Or even from Bulleen as well. As Nyalock scores the first points of the game.
After winning the tip-off. And Bulleen now to come back to get some points back on the board. No good. Nyalock is away on the fast break.
She has been a revelation this season, hasn't she?
Yeah, her and Nia Coang have been fantastic for the Falcons girls this year, bringing a very aggressive style of play in that paint area. And the first foul is called on Grace Beasley. So that will send Olivia... Oh, no, sorry, it's not a shooting foul, so... It'll be thrown in by Nicola Cross. And she'll look to set a play. She can't get it away. Korakis turns over. And some very good defense here from the Falcons. So... Falcons girls are away now. Grace Beasley goes coast to coast, and she gets the two. So good movement here from Bulleen. They're yet to score. Oh, and the first three-pointer of this evening is scored by Lucy Mann. So that was definitely needed there from the Bulleen offense. Beasley now. Locke shoots and draws the foul.
So it's been a good start to the game. They've come out. Both teams have come out with a fair degree of intensity, which the last few games we've watched, Andrew, it's been very tentative, hasn't it?
Mm. Yeah, very kind of relaxed style of play from the Falcons the last few games. But the intensity has definitely picked up for this game against Bulleen, which was always going to be a hard game for them. Bulleen has a fantastic training record out there.
Yeah, so good start to the Falcons. It's 6-3.
Lock now. To Weston. Weston to Parsons, but she couldn't complete. So both teams have fairly young players. The median age for both teams is around about 18 years old.
And the score.
So good points there from Hildebrand Wise.
Yeah, nice pass down the court to her. Not here.
And
that's the second team foul on the Boomers. Talking about the Boomers, Andrew, the Australian Boomers went down yesterday by 1 point to Japan.
No.
In a game that didn't actually have a lot of, as Locke scores again, didn't have a lot of heat in it for Australia in terms of they've already made it through to the next round of games in the World Cup qualifications, but it did make a big difference to Japan. They needed to get that win. There's another foul's been picked up, this time on number 2, that's Olivia Frost.
So that's Froster's second for this game.
And that's brought a time out from Coach Jess May. So she's wanting to have a bit of a chat to her team. So yes, the Boomers went down in very tight game. I think it was 79-78, so not a high-scoring game there as well. The Australians then now move to the Philippines, where they're expecting to face a rather vocal and perhaps hostile crowd of over 50,000 people. They're expecting a huge sellout in their crowd there, which is about 4 times the capacity of any of our largest stadiums here, basketball stadiums anyway. I think Perth has probably got I think they can take 13,000 and Hisense 11.
Yeah.
So that should be a great game, and of course all games being broadcast live on Fox.
Yeah, so if you're not interested in FIFA, definitely have a look at FIBA.
I like that one. Well done. And I must admit that...
because the Aussies are still in it in the FIBA round.
Yes.
Oh, and a good shot there from Parsons.
She has been playing extremely well this season. Big shout out if she's online and watching to Emma, Mia's aunt, who we know often will catch these live streams if she's not jetting around the place.
So Falcons have got quite a considerable lead over Bulleen now. It's now 13-7. So this is not what Coach May was hoping for her girls here tonight. Oh, and a good under the ring hook shot there for Frost. No, sorry, Cross. Parsons. Kick out to Locke. Locke for the 3. No good. Good boards there from Mahn, though. And Casey now.
Oh,
good intercept there from Locke.
Yeah.
Just keeping that defensive pressure on Bulleen.
Yeah, unlucky not to come up with the ball there, but again, as you said, great pressure.
Long pass over to Casey. Casey shoots the J. She gets it. So we're back to a 1-point game. Falcons just managing to hold on to their lead. Beasley shoots just off the lip. And Bulleen now looking to get the lead. 3-point attempt, and it's good. They need to keep their eyes on her because Casey just hit 2 from 2 from that spot. So Parsons. Beasley. Oh, inside ball to Parsons, just a little too high for her, just off the fingertips. And it will be a Bulleen feed. Good drive here from Casey. 3-pointer, in and out. Good boards from Parsons though. Beasley on the fast break. Oh, and bad decision there. She turns over to Mahon. And Casey now looking to punish. They've got the numbers. Baseline drive from Frost. She turns over. Beasley now on the fast break. It's 1-on-3. Oh, good choice there from Beasley. Oh, just off the back of the ring. And it's kept alive by Mahon.
Yeah, that was good good work from her. She saw that she had teammates there and was smart enough to tap it to them, not just simply tap it back into court. Great pass, and there's the conversion by Locke.
Yeah, Locke's a great cherry picker for the Falcons. She can just move herself down the court with incredible speed. Parsons to Beasley. Beasley, she'll drive all the way. Doesn't get it. Yep, and a pushing foul called on Frost, just pushing on the back of Parsons there. And we see Lambie and Geddes subbing on. They'll replace Beasley and Weston. Geddes with the inbound. To Parsons. Locke from inside the paint. Good hook shot there.
Beautifully captured on camera there. As Lambie helps. Oh, great work from Lambie.
Beautiful defense there from Lambie. And Hildebrand, I should mention. Falcons playing a very good motion here. Ooh,
until then.
Yeah, bad pass at the end there, though.
And Lola Geddes sort of saying, sorry, guys, it was my fault.
So subbing on for Bulleen at number 20, we have Katia Dodds. And she'll replace very good work from Lucy Martin. Kick out, 3-pointer. Oh, beautiful 3 there from Cross. Waverley's own 3-point. What's the word I'm trying to say? 3-point weapon. Lambie also being on the court.
Yep.
Falcons still playing a zone at this point. It's working out perfectly for them so far. Hildebrand to Geddes, back to Hildebrand. Inside pass, oh, great inside pass to Parsons. She'll kick out to Locke for the 3-pointer. In and out. Unlucky on that play. Oh, and a foul's been called on Hildebrand. And subs for the Falcons is Naya Koang will replace Naya Duth. Oh, and turned over there to Hildebrand. Good work from her. She'll pass off to Parsons, who'll bring the ball up to court. Geddes sets a play. Lambie eager to shoot the 3. She'll pass back to Geddes. Back to Lambie. Oh, turned over. Picked up there by Strukzaka. And Lambie on the fast break. Geddes back to Lambie. Over to Hildebrand. 3-point attempt from Geddes.
You can see it on the monitor. Yeah. So
great movement so far from the girls.
this is where we were saying that Bulleen has been coming back into the competition, and you look at that. It was Waverley all over them in the first 5 minutes of this quarter. Now they're back into this game with a vengeance. Minute and 6 to go, and it is a 1-point game.
As Cox replaces Hildebrand Wise. And Parsons subbing off now too for Jade Smith.
So elsewhere in this competition.
Oh, good drive there from Casey.
With games in progress, Warrandyte Venom are up by 3 over Hawthorn Magic. Dandenong Rangers looking to comprehensively take out the Broncos, Hume City Broncos. Bendigo is down to the Sabres.
Oh, beautiful block there from Lambie. She gets the turnover, passes to Giddies, who shoots the long two, no good. Oh, kicked out, don't know where to, and this should be an easy two for Casey. Bit unlucky there on that pass.
Now, here's the news, Andrew. Surprisingly, Ringwood is down to Knox at the moment by 12 points. So that'll be an interesting one to follow along. And, of course, Waverley here down by 3 against the Bulleen Boomers. We'll be back shortly with the second quarter.
Okay, and we're back.
And with some of the key stats for this particular game, at the moment, Nia Locke is leading the scoring for the Falcons with 10 points, and Alicia Casey for Bulleen on 12. What is happening, however, though, is that Alicia is getting a lot more support from her teammates, in particular Nicola Cross, who's on 7. And interestingly, Andrew, after a very slow start, Bulleen is shooting at 60% from the field.
Wow.
And that's with 57% from the three-point line as opposed to 0% for the Falcons, who are managing a 38% shooting percentage. So, look, Waverley would have to hope that Bulleen goes off the boil as Lambie finds her way in. Good rebound there from the Falcons player.
And look, this is the way to do it, because this is where they've got most of their points, is from inside that paint.
Yeah.
So it would be very disappointing to see Falcons play an outside shot game, especially with such a quality team as Bulleen and the way they can hit threes. As No, Coing concedes a foul.
Yes.
And especially with that shooting percentage too, I should add, with 38%.
So rebound count going the way of Bulleen Boomers. They have got a total of 12, all defensive. So the Falcons are struggling there, but they haven't conceded. The good news is they haven't conceded any offensive rebounds against the Falcons, who have now picked up 2 offensive rebounds and 6 defensive rebounds. Turnover count going the way of the Falcons, though. They have only turned the ball over 5 times as opposed to the 9 of the Boomers. Lambie fakes, floats it up.
Lucky. Going for 2. So scores are even now. This will be the second time these girls have tied this game. There's a foul's called on Smith. That'll be her first. And the 4th for Waverley this quarter. Bulleen yet to concede any fouls yet.
Is that the 4th or the 3rd?
I
think it's just the 3rd.
Oh, it's the 3rd, sorry.
But still, with a minute and 20 seconds gone, roughly, you're absolutely right to point out that the Falcons shouldn't in foul trouble.
Oh, good 3-pointer there.
And that's the first for the game for the Falcons.
Yeah, by Ellen Cox. Shot by Mine. Oh, beautifully done. So this is the 3rd time they've tied. And we've had about 4 lead changes so far in this game.
Much better ball movement from the Falcons there. Back to Ellen Cox. This time it's short.
Just short. Goang does a good job to get the ball off.
And she gets it back
Lambie,
again,
good work. Oh, caught in traffic, and it's called a travel, yeah, as it should be.
Yeah, that was Jade Smith, who tried the same thing that she did the time before, but was not going to be on that time as the 3 Bulleen players formed, talking FIFA, a wall, and said, no, you're not going through there.
And Falcons doing a good job of double teaming the ball player at this point. They're playing an aggressive man-on-man, or woman-on-woman, I should say.
Yeah, well.
Oh. And
an offensive foul.
Yeah, charging foul on Cross.
Yeah, just hooking around the corner. So that was great defense there from the Falcons.
She was hoping to get the blocking foul, but didn't go the way she wanted. Giddies now. She'll drive. Cox. Shots up. Oh, beautiful shot there from Smith. So I expect to see a lot of 3-point attempts in this game. Good ball movement. Bulleen have the height in both Frost and Phillips on the court at the moment. Haven't been able to utilise it as much as they like, though. Goang manages to hold on. She'll kick out. Oh, good intercept there from Marn. And Casey holds on. She'll wait for the play. Casey now. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. 3-point attempt. No good. Backboard violation. So it will go the way of the Falcons.
So Falcons, having lifted their defence up quite a lot in that little passage of play, was a bit loose at the beginning, giving away those 3 fouls in the first almost minute. But they're back in this game with a 3-point lead.
Giddies to Nia Duth, who replaced Smith on the substitution, as well as Beasley replacing Lambie in that last subs. Who has the ball now? She'll shoot the 3, and she gets it.
So all of a sudden, the Falcons are shooting from outside.
And that's one way to put points pressure on. Certainly seems to be working for them at the moment. Outside shot. No good. Good boards by Beasley, though.
Yeah, but that's the one thing about the Falcons' defense that I'm not liking at the moment is that they are allowing that three-point shot to go up too easily from the Boomers.
Oh, and it looked as though she got some head contact to the floor there, but she's up and about. And no foul was called, so it'll go the way of the Boomers.
Lisa Weston coming on for her first minutes in the game, replacing Lola Geddes.
And if I was the Boomers, I would start to use some of their tools at the moment, because Waverley don't have the height that the Boomers have. And a good shot there from the Boomers.
Yeah, it was way too easy, wasn't it? Just wandered into the key, popped it up.
I thought she stepped out of court, but a three-pointer by Weston.
So first touch of the ball, and she scores a three.
Well, for this quarter anyway.
No, that was the first hit.
No, Weston.
Oh no, sorry, you're right. You're right.
She played first quarter.
She did indeed. I was wrong. I looked at the wrong column on the stat sheet.
Mann kicks out to Frost. Three-pointer. Good by Korikis. Beasley sets a play. Good little pass to Naidoo, who finishes for two. Beautiful drive from her. She's been such an asset to this Falcons team this season.
Yes.
Weston, yep, just off the hands of Weston, and it will be a Bulleen feed as Parsons subs on for Cox. Outlet, shot, oh, just over the rim. Didn't hit the ring, so the... Oh, good steal work from Beasley. She'll finish for two quite easily. Oh, no, she doesn't.
And Parsons... Is it Parsons?
Yeah.
No.
Weston fouls. So that puts Waverley into four.
Yeah. So the first personal for Elisa Weston. She's now got one three-point shot off one attempt, one rebound, and one foul. Oh, and one assist. There you go. So,
so Falcons really need to start punishing this outside shooter a bit more, or they can start to find themselves in a lot of trouble. Shot no good. Goang with the boards though. Drive from Weston, who finishes for two.
That's better work from her. Actually drive in there, force the defense to respond to her. So
now this is interesting because, and I'm not sure if Bulleen's picked up on this yet, but each time they've come off the fast break, they've had an overlap in the defense from the Falcons that they should be exploiting.
Look, I'd like to see them. I'd like to see the Falcons switch up their defense to perhaps if they're going to play a zone, maybe to a 3-2, something like that, just to get a little bit more pressure on those outside shots.
Yeah, exactly. Because at the moment, Bulleen haven't really been pressing the baseline too much, so a 3-2 zone would probably be the way to go.
Yeah, they're leaving. The Falcons are leaving an awful lot open at that sort of spot there as the ball switches around.
Oh, and she gets the foul. Yeah. So good work by Mann.
Yeah, and that was a basic. Don't get up off the floor, please. You know, stay on the floor. Play your defense from a grounded position. The moment the player gets up off the ground in the air and they're moving forward, it's always going to be a foul.
as Cherry Russell replaces Nia Cowan on the court.
Now, this is Cherry's first minutes on the court. There you go.
That's correct. Nia Dooth brings the ball up to court for Falcons. Should pass to Weston. Over to Parsons. Beasley now. To Nia Oi. And just a little too much gas on that last pass. And subbing on for the Bulleen Boomers is Kate Sturzaka.
Falcons extending their defence down the floor. They've dropped into a man down the floor.
And a half-court press too, I should
Yep.
say. Good drive there. Doesn't go.
Good work from Cherry Russell.
Beasley,
Sees the
coast to
ball.
coast.
Yep. And the shot from Weston this time doesn't go. Good rebound there by number 11. That's Lucy Mann.
Oh, Man or Man? I've been saying it Man.
That's normally Mann with M-A-N-N.
Okay. I'll say Man from now on.
Yeah. 2 A's would be an R. And we can see on the replay there, good work there, and the foul, clear foul as Cherry comes across the arm. So
good hustle though.
we can see it again. There it is. There it is. So great work there from Olivia Frost.
She misses her first. Hits a second though. So that'll put her at about 33% for her shots. Kick out to Weston. Weston for the three. No good. Good offensive pressure here from the Falcons. Oh, good intercept by Nia Dooth. She should finish that quite confidently, and she does.
Yeah, nicely caught on camera there too, that intercept. Beasley very active in her defence. And again, there's that.
Oh, good shot there from Korikis.
And I reckon if I was looking at the shot chart there from Bulleen, I would probably find, in fact, I'm going to do that right this very minute.
Oh, beautiful drive from Nia Dooth.
I think you'd find that most of the three-pointers that they've scored have been from that 45 on the wing.
Yeah, correct. A lot of them shot by Cross, actually.
Yes, well, at
three-pointer, no good. Offensive boards missed by Russell. It's passed to Man. Man, lucky Nia Doing didn't pick up the foul for that one, but
Yep.
Man gets the two.
Unfortunately, not getting the shot chart to come up, but
5 seconds left on the game clock. 2 seconds left. She has to shoot. No good.
and that's it for the first half, ladies and gentlemen. Andrew and I will be back with you in the
Okay, and we're back on Live Sports Australia after a very exciting first half between the Waverley Falcons Youth Champion Women and the Bulleen Boomers. So Waverley's currently ahead just by 3 points over the Boomers. So it's been a very exciting game all around.
It has indeed been a very exciting game all around there as well. So, end of the first quarter, Andrew, the Bulleen Boomers had been shooting at 60%. Their shooting percentage has dropped down to 45 at the moment, and that's been the big difference, whereas the Falcons have lifted theirs from 38 to 42.
Yeah, so both teams fairly even on their shot count for this game.
Game high scorer at the moment is Nia Locke with 16 points. Alicia Casey from Bulleen on 14. Lucy Mann also from Bulleen on 11. The good thing for both teams is that they are sharing the ball around a little bit, and they're getting scoring from their bench players as well as their starters. But what we've seen is there's been more of a contribution through that second quarter there from the Falcons bench than there has been from the Bulleen Boomers. So
yeah, and the Falcons have done a good job. The largest lead that they've had has been 8 points so far, and they've managed to hold on to their lead for about 12 minutes, which was fairly impressive, which is most of that being from the first quarter. So Bulleen, though, on the other hand, has pretty much even the score. Their biggest lead was 8, and the longest they held on to that was about 6 minutes. So still anyone's game at this stage. And Casey, the one to look out for, as she passes off to Frost, who hits her first 3 of the game.
Yeah, that was her second attempt, so she's shooting at 50% from the 3-point line. But
good intercept there from Sturzaka, I should say.
Bulleen, at this stage, have had 20 attempts from outside. So, and that make that 21.
Oh, good shot there from Casey.
It's only a 2. The ref's picking up quite rightly that her feet were just on the line, but still, Falcons still not adjusting to that. They're almost saying, okay, hey, if you can hit it from outside, we're going to let you.
And you can just see left a screen there from before. We've got Cunningham and Bowen watching the game. Their game's coming up after this one against the state champion women. Beasley, kick out.
Yeah, so what's been really good to see this year is a lot of the state champ women are getting involved in the junior girls program as well. Kelly Bowen, of course, being one of those. She had a very good win over on Friday night, last night.
So Casey, 9 seconds on the clock. Kick out to Frost, doesn't go. Picked up by Parsons. Long pass to Hildebrand. Hildebrand almost concedes but holds on. Weston with it now.
Oh, that was nice work from her. Evading 3
points.
Good
shot from Beasley.
3 points from Beasley off the glass. I wonder whether she called the bank.
And cross now. Oh, good drive from Cross. Oh, in and out. Unlucky for her. Nia Locke on the drive. Oh, and Hildebrand just wasn't ready for it. Casey now. And Waverley haven't been able to contain her that well this game, actually. She's been quite the problem for the Falcons. Oh, good fade. Shoots the long two. Gets. Oh, no, sorry, it's a three.
So Alicia Casey with another one. Now, again, and if we look at this the shot chart, which I have managed to get up now, you can see there that Bulleen is scoring predominantly. They are scoring from outside the three-point area, but again on the 45s or occasionally the deep corner. Falcons need to adjust to that.
Yeah, so, and exactly what you were saying before, if they're going to play a zone, play a 3-2 zone and put more pressure on those outside corners, not outside corners, on those elbows out on the three-point line, and try and force them to go for the drive.
Whereas if you look at the Falcons, their scoring has primarily been from inside the keyway. So it's it really is a battle of two different styles of play here.
Long pass over to Parsons, who shoots the J. No good. Beasley almost. Oh, she gets the rebounds. Out to Hildebrand. No good. Hildebrand got her own boards. Reset of the shot clock. Parsons. Yes, easy too. Good work there from Hildebrand and Parsons. So it's 50 all.
Yeah, good.
Oh, and that's a foul. Just hitting the face of Frost.
Scores all tied up, 50 all. High scoring game at this point.
Katia Dodds replacing Mann. She'll throw the inbound. Good movement. Shot from Frost. Too short. Beasley passes off to Naiduth on the fast break. It's 1-on-3. Oh, great spin move. Just didn't finish. Ah, so frustrating, but she's really good at that style of play. Normally she'll hit those. Back to Cross. Kick out to Sturdzaka, who hits the three.
And again, that's that same position there. This time,
Parsons, good shot. And this is where they need their bigs kind of guarding that baseline. Because it's no good having the likes of Frost and Phillips and that.
If they're going to stay in,
they're not going to defend.
If they're going to stay in that 2-on-2 zone that they're running, they have to be a lot more active about getting across there. So, you know, cheat. Know that if you see the player down there in deep corner, you're going to have to cheat, not be perhaps get so close to split line on the weak side. If they're on the strong side, again, you need to be across there within arm's length. What do coaches tell you all the time? Jump to the ball. They have to move.
Well, what I find frustrating when I see people play this zone defense is the baseline just kind of sits. They don't really move. They won't move the two on the base up for a double team and have the other one guarding the basket. They'll just kind of sit in their positions and wait for the pass over.
Yeah. Well,
whereas if they did that, they would force the pass over and perhaps get a turnover.
And a good example of that is what we just saw from Bulleen there as well. Not again. Look at that. Look at that.
Yeah, exactly.
Although, did you see the weak side player again being very aware of the player, the Falcons player, and again not losing them. So that was exactly what we talked about.
Yeah, and she did a good job of boxing her out too. Good boards from Parsons. And I suspect that's why Waverley, because you don't really see Waverley do that too often, and that might be the reason why they're not playing the 3-2 zone. Because they don't really move the baseline that much.
In
and out.
So 3 offensive rebounds in that little passage of play there to the Falcons. Sees Jess May call a timeout. She wants to chat to the Bulleen girls about what's going on. We'll be back in about 30 seconds or so.
And we're back after that quick timeout. So let's see what Coach May has come up with for the Bulleen girls. They're currently trailing by 4 points. Oh, almost intercepted there from Beasley. Good eyes from her. And very good eyes from Hildebrand, who knocks the ball out of court. And Casey, the Bulleen weapon, very dangerous so far, sitting in that low outside position. Oh, intercepted.
It's much better defense from the Falcons girls there.
Good pass into Parsons.
And she scores. Great work there from Parsons, but a good look from Beasley.
And this is what I was saying before. It's very strange for Bulleen. They seem to... Oh, good intercept from Naiduth. She'll finish easily for 2.
Now, I think you'll find that Falcons are now setting in a 3-2.
Oh, yes. So
and that has made... Look, what a difference that's made already. So that's 3 turnovers that the Falcons have forced.
So Lambie subs on for Beasley. And, yeah, as I was saying before, Bulleen have this weird defense where they seem to have their shortest girls protecting the baseline, and they haven't been able to really stop Parsons or Naiduth doing what they like, really. So if I was the Bulleen coach, I'd probably put some of my bigger players, such as Phillips, there, and just put a bit of defensive pressure on. Oh,
great intercept and score there from Hildebrand Wise.
So Falcons now out to a 10-point lead.
Great work there from Lambie.
And she
been called for the foul, unfortunately. Again, did not get any help from her teammates. That's where you want to on that drive. Lambie had stopped it. Now they needed to get the double team there. And a sub coming in. So coming onto court is Tess O'Donnell for her first minutes.
Yeah, we haven't seen much of her yet.
That's because this is their first minutes, Andrew. Yeah.
She did play a fair amount last week. Yeah.
So 1 out of 2 there for Bulleen sees the gap down to 9 points.
Oh, Lambie, that has to be a foul.
It is.
Surprised it took so long. And yep, that's called on Cross.
Yeah, look, the refs have actually let the game flow quite well today. There's been nothing there that, as a coach, you would be concerned about with their reffing.
Yeah, they've been fairly consistent, which has been good to see. Oh,
and
yeah, that's a foul.
From behind. Yep. Yeah.
And that comes from not putting pressure on Parsons early and just allowing her to get in front. So that's what Phillips needs to.
She was a good 2 steps in front as well, and that's where the foul came from. Just trying to close that gap. Just coming in too hard.
So Nia Koang back on court now. She replaces Hildebrand Wise. Parson misses the first. Misses the second. She's only hitting about 20% so far this game. So O'Donnell, long pass after to Koag. Back to O'Donnell, who shoots downtown and gets the 3. Beautiful work from O'Donnell.
So it's got out to a 12-point game. What can Bulleen do about that? And they're going to put up a 3. This time it doesn't go. Landby with a lot of pressure on there, but unfortunately the offensive rebound
from Cross gets the 2 points.
It does, yes. So again,
bit of a fight there, and it's come off the hands of the Bulleen player.
So in other games floating around in the D2 Women League, the only game that, the only game that has been completed so far is Northeast Bushrangers against the Coburg Giants, and the Bushies have come away with a 70-51 win over there, over Coburg.
Oh, and some good movement here from Bulleen. Oh, unlucky on that last shot, though. And Lambie should get the other foul. She doesn't believe it. Yep. So, second foul for Lambie.
In Victorian Youth Champ Women, the only game that's been completed at the moment is Kilsyth over Ballarat. And Kilsyth with a big win. It's a 29-point win over Ballarat.
Oh, and another foul conceded by the Falcons.
And that will put them in the bonus. In the bonus.
So she'll get 3 attempts. And Nicola Cross, who's been another 3-point gun for Bulleen this game. It's the first.
Yep.
Now Cross has got a... She's still shooting at 75%.
Yeah, no, she's been great.
So the same as the first quarter. So she's been fairly consistent with her shots.
Yeah, she's really been the standout, hasn't she, for Bulleen?
Yeah, her and Casey.
Yeah.
And 8 seconds left on the clock. Good pressure there from Bulleen, who are now back into a 2-3 zone, which is probably a good idea for them because that should help stop those inside shots from Waverley.
But they've come back by 6 points, though, Andrew, in the last couple of minutes. And there's that 3-point. Well, it didn't go down that time, but I'll tell you what, again, that 3-point shooter left alone there should have actually done a little bit more for a minute's time. only getting H. Not even getting that. So.
And we're back. Sorry about that. As Lambie brings ball into Parsons. Out to Cox. Cox shoots the 3. No good. Good boards from O'Donnell. Gets the 2. Beautiful.
So Falcons putting a little bit of pressure back on the scoreboard. They just have to do something about that 3-point attempt shot, and that was better.
Yeah, a bit lucky on that last play, though. And Bulleen doing a really good job of moving the ball around. 6 seconds left on the clock.
There it is again. So the good thing for the Falcons is that where in the first quarter the Boomers were hitting at 3 points at 57%, it has dropped down to 36% at this stage.
Oh, and that's a foul from O'Donnell.
Which takes the foul count.
Oh, no, sorry, they've called it on Lambie. So that's going to be her 3rd.
Takes the foul count to the Falcons to 14 for the game against 7 for the Boomers.
Oh, good intercept by Lambie there. And that should be a foul from Naikoang Lock.
Unfortunately, that will be her 3rd as well.
Falcons just starting to get into a bit of foul trouble now.
Yes, well, it's an indication that they have been fairly aggressive at the ball as well.
Yeah, and she just stepped over the line with the pass, so you can see that
so
on the
another
replay.
Turnover to the Bulleen Boomers. That's their 19th for the game. Falcons only giving away 12. Rebound count, 37 to the Falcons, including 17 offensive boards to 29 for Bulleen, who have only got 7. Poor
Good
pass
intercept
there.
by Man.
Poor pass there. Sees Man with the ball. You're right. And now there's an offensive. That's the 8th offensive rebound. Parsons gets it across the Lock. Lock drives.
Oh.
And
yeah, she had a couple options there.
yeah,
She could have, oh well.
Trying to draw the foul, I think, but
Yeah.
So Nyalok coming back on to join Koyang Lock on the court.
And great communication here from the Falcons so far. And that's probably one of the big differences I've seen so far from this game is Bulleen's been very quiet, whereas you can hear, even from up here, way back in the stands, you can hear the Falcons girls yelling out to each other.
Yeah.
Lambie subs off for Beasley.
So Grace Beasley, the second highest contributor on the Falcons squad at the moment. She's
fouled. So just on the replay there, gets the boards and then touch of the face first and then the ball. So the fouls, that's the first foul for Casey actually. So she's been really good.
Yeah, first team foul for the quarter, 2 to Bulleen.
Gets the first. Hits the second. So she's shooting at about 25%. So that should increase those stats a little bit for her. And I'd just like to point out that Casey has had, she's hit 50% of her three-pointers.
Yeah, no, she's shooting really well. She's shooting at 66, nearly 67% overall. And she's only put up 9 shots, but she's on 14 points Sorry. Yeah, 19 points, I should say.
Yeah, and...
so, yeah, let me say that again. She's put up 12 shots, including the last one. Not including the last one. So, and another 3 to the Falcons.
And her 2-pointers, she's hit 5 from 6. So, very dangerous. And I well suspect if she continues playing this way throughout the season, she'll definitely be up there for
well, there's another
Player
3.
of the Year.
Oh, great run from Nia Locke, but just not able to get the reverse layup to drop.
Yeah, it takes a lot of practice to get those reverse layups consistent.
And particularly as you on the run, but there's been a foul on that play.
So Olivia Frost will go to the line.
And that'll have to be...
Yep, that's on Cox.
Yep.
So that puts Waverley into 3. And Weston and Hildebrand sub on. And not sure if the referees noticed, but there's a bit of an overlap on the Falcons. They've got 6 players. Oh no, they've got 5 now.
Yep.
They had 6 players on the court. Good movement. 7 seconds left on the clock. She throws up a gift. Luckily, Bulleen didn't take it. So they'll reset. 10 seconds on the clock now. Hildebrand with a shot. And a foul there. I suspect that will be called on Cross. And it is.
Yeah. So very lucky there. The bounce pass not as pinpoint accurate as you would have liked, but just in the process of getting her balance, she was fouled by the Bulleen player.
Shots up, shots good. Kick out to Rowley. Oh, almost turns over. But good work from Casey to hold on. Oh, and that's going to be a foul on Beasley.
That'll be on it, yeah.
So in just about 5 minutes' time, well, actually more than that.
5.5, Andrew. It's 5:39.
No. I think about 20 minutes' time, the next game.
Oh, the next game, yes. That will be, well, it's slated to start at 8:30. And we can't start it early. The league requires us to start it there. So it's going to be close on in 40 minutes.
From now, yeah.
From now.
We'll have our state champions women coming up. And expect some of these players to back up.
Probably Grace Beasley and Ellen Cox, I would suggest.
That's correct. So I would expect those 2 girls to probably be rested towards the end of the game, depending on the scoreline. Lucky she didn't pick up a charge on that one. And just missed the points. And Beasley manages to hold on. Good handles from her. She spins, she shoots, she doesn't quite get it. It's picked up by Weston. 13 seconds on the clock. Oh, bad pass from Hildebrand, but she maintains.
Yeah.
5 seconds. Naiduth, she gets the 2.
That was almost a comedy of errors, but it paid off the Falcons' way. They're sitting on a 12-point lead.
It was almost like a Benny Hilbury team there for a second.
It was, yeah. So they've now reached the highest lead that they've had in the game. Matched it to the third quarter. Another three-point shot going up, this time a lot further out. So again, the Falcons have tightened up their defense on those three-point shooters. So well done to the coaching panel for the Falcons. They've made that adjustment that we were talking about earlier today.
And it's interesting to see Bulleen's gone back to a man-on-man, but they were doing a better job of keeping those Falcons girls out on their zone.
Yeah.
Shots up, no good. Good boards from Beasley. She'll pass to Naidu. Almost a little too deep for her, but she gets it.
So now this is the largest lead that the Falcons have had.
Yeah, it's 81 plays 65. And another fast break from Naidu. And yeah, that's exactly what you would expect. So timeout call by Jess May just to try and stop this momentum the Falcons are expanding on. And we'll be back with you shortly. Okay, and we're back with Casey bringing the ball up to court. Falcons back into a 3-2 zone, which has worked tremendously for them so far. Yeah, and reaching over the top, that's got to be a foul. So Hildebrand Wise picks up, I think that's her third.
15 for the Falcons, so again with 3 minutes 20 to go, and what's that, a fairly substantial lead anyway. Don't know that it's going to be terribly
22 points.
22 points. I don't know that it's going to be too much of a concern. But they do not want to allow Bulleen to get onto a roll.
Especially with their three-point shooting percentage.
Well, their ability to hit the threes is more the concern. So now you'd be wanting the Falcons at this point to be taking every possession down to the last couple of seconds and want to use their 24 every time.
So subbing on, replacing Parsons and Weston, we have Russell and Smith. So Casey drives, kicks out. Good ball movement from Bulleen. Good three. And that's exactly what they need to watch out for in this last few minutes of this game. Oh, picks a pocket, but Giddies holds on.
Talking about the last few minutes of this game, games that have been completed elsewhere in Div 1 Women. The Camberwell got up over Warrandyte, 71-49, and Hawthorn Magic, 66 over Werribee, 48.
Oh, and another three-pointer there from Bulleen. And they're putting a lot of pressure on the Falcons girls with this press. And they've got another turnover now, so another chance to catch up. Three-pointer from Casey. Oh, not often you see her miss them. And a timeout's called by Coach Gordon. So we'll be back with you shortly. Okay, and we're back after that timeout. So Gordon just looking to slow down this Bulleen momentum. They're back within 11 points after getting out to about a 22-point lead. So good work so far from Bulleen. Drives, gets the two. So Jade Smith will go to the line.
Well, if you're going to go quickly, you have to score like that. Like that. That's actually not too bad. It could have been a lot. Falcons will be pretty happy with this, I think.
Oh, misses.
Getting this win.
So Jade Smith, shooting at 80% so far.
Another three.
Good pass to Parsons. Parsons shoots, doesn't go.
So it's a 10-point game. This is really tightened up.
Oh, off the backboard. Oh. And just a little slam in the face there from Geddes. So Waverley still have 2 timeouts left. Bulleen only have the 1. So Gordon still has some aces up his sleeve if he needs to use them. As we see Frost go to the line.
I'll tell you what though. It is possible for Bulleen to get back into actually get away with this game.
Well, they got 10 points within 2 minutes or so.
Wow.
Naiko Wang, she gets the 2. So Bulleen need to work on their 3-point plays, as they have been causing trouble for the Falcons, and
look, it's
get a stop.
There it is. There's that kick.
Unlucky on that one, though.
It's usually on the... Andrew, if you watch Bulleen, if we have enough time to do it, or you can watch it on the game tape afterwards, you'll find that Bulleen is generally putting that 3 up after the 3rd pass. So they get the ball through to at least 2 pairs of hands, and then it goes up. 58 seconds roughly to go. It is out to an 11-point game. Bulleen has to score very, very quickly, and there it is. There's the shot going up. Didn't go this time. Now the Falcons want to use their 24. They've turned it over, and this will be a travel.
Yep.
Yeah.
So 38 seconds remain. Bulleen still have one timeout left to give.
Yeah. Just finding it difficult to get out of their pattern of passes and get the shot up quickly.
So Falcons just looking to run down the clock, as you would expect. And, he scored a foul. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So foul's called on Kate Sturzaka.
Yeah, fourth team foul for the Bulleen Boomers. There's 2 possessions left in this game. Shot clock is down to 6. The turnover. Pull up.
Oh, just short.
Go.
They've been unlucky on their last few shots, especially for poor old Casey there. Nye Cohen gets a 2 and the foul.
And that will be the game, ladies and gentlemen, with 4.7 seconds to go after this shot has been completed.
And she gets it.
14-point lead to the Falcons, and that's where it'll stay. No, there's going to be another shot.
Oh,
and they make it. Whoa, there you go. So great win to the Falcons. High-scoring game, 90-78. Andrew, the next game is at 8:30, and it is.
Yeah, it's going to be another nail-biter with a state champions women's game, Waverley Falcons against the Bulleen Boomers again. So looking forward to that one. So stay tuned on Live Sports Australia, and we'll see you in about 30...
Half an hour, yeah.
Half an hour, yeah. About 30 minutes.